Come on, there we go.
Whew. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and I believe this new shoe is a game changer, and I am pumped on them. Wait a minute, I haven't tried them yet. So in this video, I will explain why I'm pumped on them, and then try them out to see if this disruptive new feature actually makes a difference with my performance, so you could be pumped on them too. If you're not new to my channel, you know I'm a huge fan of being barefoot and Olympic lifting, but apparently, the two do not mix. That's 80, that's about my limit. We'll get back to that. Ooh, I really want to unbox. But first, you have to understand why these shoes are so disruptive and why I think if you don't know about them and you're a weightlifter, you're blowing it. To start, you need some background on why I'm obsessed with not wearing shoes. Okay, shoes suck. In general, they suck. Shoes make you weaker. Your feet are an incredible technology, and cramming them into shoes that squish them together takes away the ability for that tech to work. Yeah, your feet are like a laptop, and shoes are water that you poured on the laptop and it short-circuited. When your feet aren't in shoes, they spread out, engage all of their muscles, and work right. When they're crammed together on a squishy sole, you end up getting pain in your heels, up to your ankles, to your knees, to your hips, to your back, to your head. Yeah, you probably have headaches because you wear shoes. There you go. Cramming your toes into shoes will actually change the shape of your foot. So now we all have shoe-shaped feet because we didn't make feet-shaped shoes. After I discovered the barefoot movement and learned how much healthier it is for you, I feel so much better and I want to be barefoot all of the time. But alas, sometimes you have to go to funerals or 7-Eleven or the weightlifting platform. So if you have to put shoes on, there are feet-shaped shoes now. How cool. Barefoot style shoes have a wide toe box and a lot of them have a really thin sole, so it's closer to being barefoot and your foot can spread out and use all 29 of its little muscles. I think it's 29. Is it 29? So that correct number of muscles can be engaged and then you get stronger. And it's not just your feet, it's your whole body. Deadlifting barefoot allows you to put the most power into the floor, which means the most power upward, which means lifting the most impressive weight. The same thing with squats. My foot spreads, there's no cushy soled shoe to squish away any of the energy. It goes all up into the barbell, and barefoot is optimal for squatting. Perhaps. Ooh, foreshadowing. Now, why am I spending a video that's supposed to be about a new shoe talking about how shoes suck? Because in general, shoes suck, but in specific, sometimes you need a very specialized type of shoe. When I said barefoot and Olympic lifting don't mix earlier, this is what I was talking about. No. These are my trusty Olympic lifting shoes that I've had for years, and I can't do this movement well barefoot. Oh yeah. So I use shoes to improve my performance. That movement is called a squat jerk. You see how my heels are coming up? And I don't have the ankle mobility to pull it off as heavy as possible. A heeled lifting shoe makes a huge difference on the body position I can hit, so I can lift safer and lift more. Wait a minute. Do I love lifting shoes? And when I mentioned squatting barefoot, some people don't have the ankle mobility to squat, so they can't squat deep enough, and then their back's round. Ick, no, that's bad. A raised heel lets you squat deeper and in the right body position so you can lift safer and lift more. Wait a minute. Do we all love lifting shoes? Let's let former me in a previous video answer that. But I don't like it because my toes are crammed in the front. Ugh, get them off. When I got these shoes, there were no barefoot style lifting shoes with a wide toe box on the market. They all crammed your toes into a stupid, unhealthy point. That doesn't allow your feet to spread and be as strong and stable as possible, which is exactly what you need when you're Olympic lifting. So to get a good Olympic lifting heeled shoe and work out in those, I had to sacrifice my healthy foot shape, which is infuriating. I've actually been wearing toe spacers for over a year to correct my shoe-shaped feet. That's what you saw me wearing earlier. And seeing my feet return to their healthy shape is so awesome, and then I had to go shoving them into lifting shoes twice a week. There was no other option, and I said that in past tense because we get to go unbox now. This will be elegant as usual. By the way, I told TYR that I haven't matched my shoes in over a decade, and they sent me 2 pairs. That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. They look so cool together. They're matched, mismatched. Should I eat this? Oh, it says not to. Okay. Lovely, tight, clean, sufficiently unboxed. This is the first ever wide toe box Olympic lifting shoe, and now you understand why I'm so pumped. It marries my love of barefoot living and explosive training into one. It's like TYR gets me. I'm not kidding. I wanted to invent this shoe, and one of my pallies commented, "Hey, have you seen TYR's L-1 Lifters?" So here we are. Ooh, that already feels stable. 2 straps. I'm not used to that. My old ones had 1, but I heard Sonny Webster, who is an incredible Olympic lifter, talk about how he likes 2 straps, so I'm in. He said it makes him feel more planted in the shoe, so I'm interested in feeling that difference too. I know all of that leading up to this feels a little biased, but we'll see if they actually make a difference. The disruptive wide toe box is good in theory, but how does it perform? So far, I feel taller. Specifically 21 millimeters taller, that's how big the heel is. Okay, let's start out with snatch. This is the weight that I maxed out on barefoot in the beginning. Woo! That felt pretty easy. Shall we move up? Oh yeah, that is nice. I do feel a difference in the toe box width. It's not as crazy as I thought. For sure my toes do not feel squished. Shall we try 90? Sure, why not? Definitely not a dumb idea. This is just for the shoes, not for my ego. Come on. Yes! You see how I just hung out in the bottom there? Felt very stable. Should we do 95? This would be matching my personal record, which I haven't been training to do that, so it would be pretty remarkable. Okay. They're not a miracle. By the way, I mentioned that they sent me the shoes, but they are not paying me for this video, so you can trust this is an honest review because I can take as much of a dump on them as I want to. They say the toe box is 6 to 10% wider than a traditional lifter. It doesn't look that much bigger, but this makes a difference. I can feel my toes are less mad at me, although it is feeling pretty constricted on my ankles. I am not used to these two straps, so maybe I need to loosen it. Now we gotta try clean. We can start out with my failed snatch weight for that. Easy. Another crappy thing that happens when your toes can't spread is that you can't engage your muscles to resist your knees caving in when you come back up. And your knees coming in a bit on Olympic lifting is okay. It helps to engage your adductors, and actually Sonny Webster that I mentioned earlier does it just a bit. I do it entirely too much. So I'm really hoping these shoes make a difference with that. So far so good. This is 115 now. Ooh. Was that some caving? Let's watch it back. Yes, 'twas some caving. So again, not a miracle, but I do think if I keep working with them that I will get better at that and this will help. Let's do 120 for the heck of it. Come on, there we go. Whew. That definitely feels better than a freaking pointy toe. By the way, I heard that our fashion evolved to prefer pointy-toed shoes because back in the day, having horses meant you were rich, and so to have horses, you had to have pointy-toed shoes to shove your shoes into the stirrups. So we're walking around all screwing up our feet because we want to fool people into thinking we're rich. I'm going to channel that exasperation into 125. Again, not a miracle. Of course, we gotta try the clean grip squat jerk because that's the one that requires the most mobility. Whew. Yeah! Not bad. This is also the one I've started to work on most recently, so at 90 pounds right now, this would be a personal record. Yes! Yeah! Oh, that's awesome. And the ceremonial honking of the PR horn. I would call that a success, especially because I do not desperately want to take them off at the end of my session. Finally, I can be a barefoot cave person and Olympic champion simultaneously. If you like this, you'll like seeing when I tried out barefoot sock shoes. I'll put that down there for you. I need to truly test them in all of the elements. Hey Beth Pally, I'm Allie, and I tried creating a homemade barefoot shoe out of a sock, and it was 100% success fail. And then one of you Pallies commented that I should try Skinner's, which are apparently very similar to this. What? Ha! Look at that. That is my